All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the afternoon stream. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the afternoon stream. We'll wait a few minutes. Wait a few minutes in here. Pretty solid morning. We got a pretty solid morning here. What's up, Tamara? How's it going? How's it going? All right, so yeah, pretty solid morning this morning. We had this little win right here, and then a few of the members took the inversion right here from the indicator, took that thing, slammed all the way back down. Right, so yeah, pretty solid day. I just took this one trade right here. Right now we did have FOMC minutes 27 minutes ago. Did absolutely nothing from it. Pulled up into this gap. So we have this 5-minute gap right here, which is a BPR. You can see we're holding the CE right now. All right, so we're holding the CE of this 5-minute gap. Okay, so we'll see what price does here. See what price does. We did make new all-time highs. You can see we took that out, right? So where do we want to go from here? Do we want to go back down or do we want to continue higher, right? What do we want to do? Well, this 5-minute gap is going to tell us a lot, right? If we start slamming back lower in this 5-minute gap, like let's say we inverse this gap, right? Because we have this gap right here. Let's say we inverse this 5-minute back down. Okay, then we'll probably, maybe we'll go a little bit lower. But let's say we inverse this 5-minute, probably, maybe we'll just continue up a little bit, right? Maybe get up into this gap. We'll see. We'll see. But right now we're just inside this 5-minute gap, so we want to see what price does in there. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So just waiting right here. Just waiting right in here. You can see we're right below that 5-minute, the 50% of that 5-minute gap. FOMC rocket candle incoming. FOMC already happened. FOMC happened right here. This was your FOMC rocket candle right here. This little guy. This 11-point candle. Yeah. So right now, we want to see what happens inside this 5-minute gap, right? Do we inverse this 5-minute and push lower, or do we inverse this 5-minute and continue higher, right? We'll see. We'll see. Pretty solid morning though. Pretty solid morning. It wasn't a huge R trade, but it was good. That takes 30 minutes for it to pick up volatility with FMC. I mean, it can. It can. It can. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I've seen it. Yeah, so right in here, just want to see what happens. Because if we do start slamming lower, that means that we just took out this high, slammed into this gap. If we slam lower, we could look for lower down here. If we continue to inverse it, we'll look for maybe back up to orb high. So right now, just waiting right now. Just waiting. What's up, AM? I did a little poll in the Discord earlier just to kind of see, like, I asked 3 questions. The first question was, what do you think your win percentage is? Second is, what's your average risk to reward? Third is, are you happy with your win percentage and risk to reward? So far, the majority is win rate 50% or less. And then the majority for your average R is 0.5 or less. So that means that, you know, most people have a 50%, that their win rate is less than 50% and their average wins less than half R. That's but then the good thing is most people, you know, they're actually recognizing that they need to fix it, because the third one was, are you happy with your win percentage and risk reward? And most people said no. So you know, that's good that they're recognizing it. Oh, what was that? Oh, someone subscribed. Okay, cool. Thank you for subscribing. All right, guys. Yeah, so price just chilling right here. Price is chilling right in this area. Yeah. So if anyone took the orb short this morning from the indicator, look at that. Look at that short, guys. So I personally took the trend model long right here off this gap. I did front run it a little bit on this candle closure. But this is what I took right here. But then this inversion from all-time highs just slammed. I mean, that would have been, you know, I mean, I doubt anyone would have held it to the bottom. But if you held it back to orb low, 3.4 R. It was even more on ES. ES was right here. Boom. Yeah, 4.8. So here's that 5-minute gap on ES. You can see we are kind of pushing through it a little, you know, a little bit. Let's go back to MNQ. Yeah, you know, just going sideways right here. Just going sideways. Why do I have a double gap here? Why do I have a double gap? I don't know. But yeah, you know, just want to see some type of reaction outside of this right here. By the way, guys, these right here, these aren't really like good trend model trades right here. Like these, like no one should really be taking these. I have them like still like coded in, like I have them coded into the indicator just to kind of give like the trader like a lot of freedom. So if they do want to take something like that, you know, maybe they can't. Like sometimes they will play, but like I'm giving the indicator a very loose leash, like for the trader to kind of, you know, do their own thing. So for example, like this one, like I know that I'm pretty sure a few traders this morning took this one. I almost took this short from the trend model, ran down to this level right here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure a few traders took that this morning in the Discord. Took this trend model long right here. I did not take the inversion right here, but a few traders did. So you know, the indicator it requires you know, definitely requires like the trader to, you know, do some of the work. Like the indicator does a lot of the heavy lifting, but you still have to understand market structure, bias, draw liquidity, things like that. Did ES inverse this 5-minute? I don't think so. No, it didn't. No. Right now we're just kind of just doing this right here. Just kind of doing something like that. Just need to see some type of expansion here, right? We're just sitting right below that CE. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. How'd everyone do this morning? Were you guys green? Were you guys red? You guys break even? We had great delivery right here. See, boom. First we had this strong move down. Then after that, it was like, you know, like risk off, because like, you know, what else are you gonna do like throughout the morning session? Like, you're gonna continue, just gonna start like once you start pulling back here a little bit, here it's like, okay, you know, we're probably just gonna chill. Might kind of pull back a little bit, which we did, right? You know, like the market just doesn't move like this the entire day, so it's good. You know, like if you are recognizing that, it's good to get your trade in and get out. You know, afternoon obviously can speed up, right? So, you know, like a great example of that is right here, right? See this day right here, great delivery in the morning, great delivery. It kind of hit our targets up here, and then just kind of started, just kind of tripled up here, and then just started pulling back. And then this day too, yeah, this day right here took out London high, took out that high over there. Great delivery up here, and then once we met our targets, just price didn't do anything, right? So you know, you want to make sure you're kind of getting in on, you know, things like that, or at least trying to, right? You know, things like this or this, or yeah, I mean, yesterday was super choppy. Yesterday was super choppy, but we took this 5-minute inversion right here from the indicator. Took this 5-minute inversion, ran it up to this 5-minute gap right here. Troy was green, very nice. Troy, Tamer red again, trying to short gold. AM says green, very nice guys. Very nice. Is anyone in a trade right now? Anyone looking to take a trade? What's up, Srini K? What's up? I'm just waiting for price to kind of do something here, right? Just a lot of patience right now. You know, lately I've been doing most of my trading in the AM, which is, you know, what I usually do. So what's up, RZ? Srini says they're long from 23.010. Good luck. Very good luck. You're up about 10, 11 points right now. Probably right here. Let's see. ES is choppy as well. You're long from 22.972. Tamara says they're long from 22.972. Doing great right now. My live account though. Gotta get 972. Yo, you're up quite a bit. You're about 50 points. Hopefully you're hopefully you've taken at least some profit. It's a pretty big move. Srini already break even. Congratulations, Srini. Congratulations. Really can't make a new high right here. See, tried right here. Tried right here. Right? Still waiting for some expansion, for some movement here. I wanted to get long right here off this inversion. This guy. I wanted to get long off that, back up to the 5-minute CE, so something like this. That would have been, I mean, obviously hindsight would have been very, very nice, but that, like, I was thinking about it, you know, before stream. I like that, because I did like, you know, once we did this right here, it's like first, you know, we made this crazy move right here, and then we made this other crazy move right here, right? It's like it's very, like, after we do that, it's very unlikely that we're gonna go like boom, like all the way back up here, or it's very unlikely that we're just gonna like continue down. I mean, I guess we could have. The thing is, like, I mean, like we could have just continued down here, but I feel like if we did, we would have like maybe just like a minor pullback and then started going. But like once we started doing this and we started forming this like range here, I was like, all right, we're probably not gonna like do this crazy leg, chop, and then go back down. Or like once we started forming all of this, I was like, we're probably gonna start pivoting up here, at least hit like 50% of this leg, right? So if we draw 50%, right, where is that? Pretty much lines us up with that 5-minute CE. Okay, so then that's why I was kind of looking for that pullback there. But yeah, I almost took this. But yeah, it would have been nice if anyone took it. Back up to that CE. Right now we're just kind of, you know, we're just right in the middle of the day pretty much. Right in the middle of the day, so price might not do much from here. I mean, like it could go either way. Like we're literally right at the 50% of the session. So yeah, I don't know. Troy says, took the 156 liquidity grab for 50 points. 156, 156. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. So, you know, like for example, like, you know, we had the big move and went sideways, kind of pulled back, right? Over here, what happened? Big move, right? Had this little consolidation, then we had that expansion once again. After that, pulled back. All right, this day we just consolidated the entire session, so there was no pullback. But yeah, you know, just kind of going sideways right here. Just kind of going sideways. I don't really want to do much right here. Don't really want to do much right here. Let's look at the 5. Yeah, 5's very, very rangy, very choppy right now. I like the pullback. I like the pullback here. I do. But like, where do you guys think we're gonna expand from here? Do you guys think we're gonna expand back up here? Or do you guys think we're gonna drop here? Or what are you guys thinking? Check the indicator on the 5-minute. Right there. 5-minute inversion. Easy. Easy. Five-minute ES. What 5-minute ES do? Same thing. They are. They are, Srini. It's a solid indicator. Slow, very slow, guys, very slow. You know, we did have a crazy run. You know, we had a pretty pretty crazy run, right? Pretty crazy run. So you know, probably not going to do anything crazy throughout this session just because we've already ran so much. Price is just, it's tired. Price is tired right now. We're back at 50%, right? It'll, you know, probably stay somewhere in this vicinity for the next, you know, for the next hour or so till market close. Tomorrow should be a very interesting day. We do have some red folder news tomorrow. Let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, tomorrow we have unemployment claims an hour before market open, so that'll be good. That'll be good. Hopefully, gives us some delivery. Hopefully, we get some good delivery. Yeah, the morning stream this morning was fun. It was really fun. You know, it was because like right off the bat, like right when the market started, right when the market opened, just ripping. And we had these all-time highs right here. Once we saw these fair value gaps as they were breaking out, we're like, oh, we got to get in on this, and that was it right there. Just boom, nice little scalp. You know, the reason why I did not take the inversion short because like, I mean like, I did not want to short all-time highs. You know. That's pretty risky. I mean, like obviously, like the indicator caught it, right? But you know, so yeah, you know, very glad we caught that little pop up there off the trend model. Obviously, you know, if we go to the indicator right here, trend model is active. Trend model is active, so we're good to go. We also have reversal model activated as well. That's the inversion, right? Right there. So, yeah. Yeah. But you know, like this is what I mean by how like every trend model like don't take every signal, right? Like you obviously have to, you know, line it up with your bias and with your draw liquidity, right? Like these right here. Well, this one's pretty solid. Like this one, as you're breaking down, going to tap that level, yeah, like that one's pretty good. But here, you know, like once you kind of realize you're just going sideways, like don't look to take these, right? Like you want to take your trend models as you're pushing, like as you're pushing through here, as you're pushing up here, you know, or your inversions. You know, you want to, you know, I always say take that first one. If that first one wins, if it's a really nice win, don't take that second one because it's usually going to kind of like continue or just chop around after it takes out that orb low. And that's exactly what we did. We got the inversion, ripped down lower. Here's that second reversal, but again, we don't take it because this one already won really nicely. And just chops, just go sideways, right? But yeah, right now price just going sideways, just chopping around right here, just waiting for some movement. If we get it, we'll see. Here, we'll do an Apex giveaway at 27 likes. I'll lower it. Tw 27 likes, we'll do an Apex giveaway. So on ES, price is starting to kind of push up here through this 5-minute gap. What's NQ doing? NQ still holding the CE of the 5-minute. Yo, look at this. This is weird. Look at that. You guys thinking lower here? You just take all this out, take all this low resistance out. Like that would be pretty weird if we just like continue up off this. That'd be very weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think we gotta like take some out, honestly. I don't know. I would say if we take out this high right here and we start slamming down lower and inverse this 5-minute, then we can like do something like this. Right? Obviously, we would have to slam down hard and get some crazy confirmation, but something like that might work if we get it. Obviously, right now we are accelerating up. You know, let's see what happens. You know, maybe price does want to come up here and fill this gap first before we slam lower. You know, maybe price wants to do something like this. Run up here, like inverse this gap. And then like run up to this gap fill. Maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. ES is popping too. Yeah, maybe we want this right here. This gap fill. Let me draw this actually. This 5-minute. Yeah, so taking out this high right here and taking this out, let's see, do we want to continue past it? All right, do we want to continue or do we want to start slamming lower? We'll see. So yeah, so we just took it out. Took it the 5-minute. We got 5-minute closure in 7 seconds. Or we're gonna close past that high or under it. Let's see. It looks like right at it. Right at it. Okay. See, kind of pushing up still, kind of pushing up off that level. Are we going to inverse this gap? Are we going to inverse this 5-minute? If we inverse it, we could look for like a little, some type of trade back up into here to orb high. This gap though. ES is leading. Is it leading or is it just like a little bit different? I think it's no. I would say NQ is leading. Yeah, so we'll do an Apex giveaway at 27 likes, guys. 27 likes. Let's see, about to inverse this gap right here. Just gap filled the 5-minute. ES tapping into that gap. Okay, okay. See what happens off of this. Yeah, I mean, like if we inverse this, you probably look long to orb high. Got 2 minutes left on 2 minutes 40 seconds left on this. Probably do something like this. And then probably gap fill up here. All-time highs are up there. NQ, trading NQ. Here, yeah, here. That's a good question because I forgot this is covering it now. Let me pull that thing up here. Where is it? Where is it? Where's that? Where is the watermark? Watermark, here we go. There we go. Boom. There we go. All right, so we have a minute left here. I'm not in this trade. Not in this trade. We got a minute left. I want to see what happens. See if we can inverse this. Yeah, much better. Now we can see NQ1 ES, right? Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, so this morning, pretty solid session. Pretty solid session this morning. Just had that little scalp trade back up to all-time highs. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off trend model because I'm not looking for any trend takes right now. Just leave the reversal model on. 5 minute right here. Yeah, so we are rejecting, you know, this candle will close in about 10 seconds. We did reject that 5 minute gap. We never inversed. We were kind of pulling back a little bit. You know, we'll see. See what happens here. I'm not in a trade yet. Not in a trade yet. Not at all. The music might be a little bit too slow here. Let's see if we can find something a little bit better here. Here, let's try this. Starting to push back up here. So what did we do? Tapped into. Let's see. We got a gap right here. Kind of holding that gap, right? 1 minute inversion right there. I might take that closure actually. Yeah. All right. Trying a little scalp right here. Trying a little scalp. This thing might take a few tries. We'll see. We'll see. Just eval. I'm not trading my fundeds right now. Already green on the fundeds from earlier this morning, so don't want to put on risk. So we're gonna try something like this. I know we are kind of pushing, we haven't inversed this gap yet. We had an early confirmation on the 1 minute for that 5 minute gap. I like how we rebalanced and I like that push up. So just kind of looking for that continuation up to the CE right here. Like I said, just an eval trade. We were green this morning on the funded, so don't want to put on a more funded risk right now. But yeah, I like this trade. Win or lose, right? Good trade. So, since we are in this trade, we do want to see this confirmation. We do want to see this inverse this 5 minute gap. Kind of got in a little bit early, try to get that higher risk reward back up to that gap. See if we can get it. See if we can get it here. Yeah, why is this music so slow? Let me try to find some better music. That's fine. All right. Yeah, so we need this 5 minute to hold, or to hold this, to inverse this gap. Yeah, this 5 minutes got to inverse that gap right there. Kind of just consolidating right here. By the looks of it, looks like we're gonna take out this low first. Let me check ES real quick. ES, okay. Okay. Let's see, how long do we have? We got 30 seconds here. 30 seconds. We got to inverse this gap, guys. 30 seconds. We got to inverse this gap right here. Got about 15 seconds. Can we inverse the gap, guys? Can we inverse it? All right, so we did inverse the gap on the 5 minute. So that's, obviously that's good for the bulls, right? It's good for us. Yeah, see if we can get that push. See if we can get that pop. Break even will be the entry of the gap. So break even will be right here. And then target will be right there. Obviously, that's if we get there. If/when. Ugh. Let's look at ES real quick. All right, okay. ES 5 minute. ES 5 minute has got a gap right here. Looks like we're we tick to the top of it right there. Probably gonna enter that. The 5 minute gap on NQ is a little bit lower, so if we do want to rebalance on that, obviously that would be right there, right? Stop is just right here at this low. Not really seeing that delivery right now. Just consolidating. Just consolidating right now. You know, a decent R. Break even will be gap entry. Target will be there. CE of the gap. Price just chilling right here, just chilling on top of this 1 minute gap. Got 25 seconds left on this minute candle. Probably, let's see. Probably. So we are taking out this low right here, right? Do we want lower, or is that it? Again, this is just an eval trade. It's just eval, no funded risk right now. Not much delivery going on. Tapping the CE of the 5 minutes gap on ES. Which one's leading right now? Which one's leading? It looks like ES is leading to the downside. Yeah, ES is leading to the downside. So ES is dragging NQ down. See if we can get like a nice little buy sequence here. That would be that would be ideal, wouldn't it? So we did inverse this 1 minute gap right here, right? So now, you know, price is trying to invalidate that inversion. You can see these wicks just getting slammed down, right? So we need the buyers to kind of step in here and invalidate that inversion. So far they can't do that. Not yet, at least. Not yet. You know, maybe we want to like take out this low right here, tap into this gap or go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know, like I still like this trade right here. Like win or lose, like this is a decent trade. Good risk reward. 5 minute inversion, kind of with the trend back up to this gap. 1 minute rebalance. You know, it's holding this little tiny gap. Is this even a gap? Yeah, barely. You can see what's holding. It's holding this tiny thing right here. So yeah, that thing will probably get inversed. once we do kind of take this low out right here, then we'll kind of see what's going on. See if we do get that strong buy sequence back up. If we do, maybe we'll retry. If we inverse this gap right here, this 5 minute, then maybe we can start looking for lower. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Pretty heavy close on 5 minute ES. Alrighty, on to the next right there. So yeah, let's see what happens when you go inside this gap. This is a 5 minute right here. This 5 minute gap, yeah, 5 minute gap right here. See what happens off of this. There's not really an inversion to kind of get long here, so it would just have to be like it would have to be like a five minute like rebalance off this. Probably like this, like if we can kind of break up above this right here. Nice buy sequence up past that, maybe something like that. That's if we do want to retry it. If we do want to retry, it'll probably be something like this. But if we just get no confirmation and we just start slipping through, that's fine. We can maybe look for a short or just sit out. So we'll see. We'll see. If we do get this long, that'll be the final trade of the afternoon session. Still, it would just be on eval. It would be on eval. Funded trades were this morning, so. Yeah, if we can close above this, I would like that. Yeah, something like this. Am I so long? No, but I might get back in. I might re-enter. We'll see. Haven't closed above that yet. Not yet. Got a minute, so let's see what happens on this next minute candle. If we do continue and we close up here, I'll probably take that long again. Got 40 seconds left on the candle. Let's see if we get something here. Let's see if we get something. All right. Okay. 28 seconds. Can we get that close? So this would be our change in state right here. Change in state delivery. So the reason why I would like this is because obviously we are trying to target that area up there. But yeah, you know, we did inverse that 5 minute, rebalance this. If we can get that change in state, then yes. That would be the final try for this play here if we get it. Let's see. Yeah, we did get it. Yeah, I'll try it. So this is the final try right here. Again, still an eval here. Still an eval. Don't want to put any funded risk on. But yeah, basically, you know, we're trying to get into this gap up here. We rebalanced this 5 minute gap. Nice little buy sequence. Change the state right there. So we're just going for something like this right here. Just on an eval. So just one eval. Same thing, break even would be right here. Yeah, break even would be right over here at the gap entry. I'll be back in like 1 to 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I am back. Looks like we're in some profit. Looks like we are in some profit, guys. Let's see if we can get our, see if we can get up to our area up there. Gap fills right there. I'm gonna be watching ES too. If ES hits the CE first, then I'll go break even there. If that hits CE, or if this hits that gap fill or the gap entry, whichever one, that'll be break even. Right now we are at about our high is 0.65 R. This is a 0.85. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's see if we can here this. Let me put this right here. I'll put it there after. Never mind. All right, so break even is right there. Let me go do that. There's our break even. I'm actually gonna take some off. Yeah, I'm gonna take off some. Okay, yeah, took some off right there. I'm gonna leave the rest for this. So TP1 was this right here. And then yeah, final TP will be up here. We do have break even stops too, so nice, very nice. Trying to see if we can hit that CE. ES 5-minute CE has been surpassed. So yeah, we're gonna be looking for that on NQ. Break even is down here. We're good to go. Good to go. See if we can enter that gap. See how we're kind of holding it a little bit, right? Yeah, so you know what we wanted was rebalance, right? We wanted to rebalance in the 5-minute gap, tapped it. Then once we got that little buy sequence inversing or getting the change of state of delivery right here, that's kind of when we started going, right? So you know that was a we did take some. I took off half. I took off half right here. You know, leaving the rest to here. So we'll see if we can get it. Slamming kind of hard off that off the gap entry. Slamming kind of hard off gap entry. What type of music do you guys like during the stream? Do you guys like the lo-fi stuff that I played before, or do you guys like this kind of faster pace? Just for future reference. Tapping the top of that 1-minute gap right there. Tapping the top of it. Let's see, can we flip? Can we flip and push, guys? Can we flip and push? Look at that. Ran up to that gap entry, and that was a pretty hard rejection off that. Look at that 5-minute close. Wow. Very bearish close. So we are still in with half our position here. We do have a 1-minute gap right here. We want to see this get inversed, right? Let me make this a different color real quick. There we go. Well, yeah, I want to see that thing get inversed and get that push up to that CE, this 5-minute gap. Can we do it, guys? Can we do it? We'll see. We will see. Let's check ES. What's ES doing, guys? ES just chilling around the CE. Chilling, just chilling right there. Can we inverse this 1-minute gap? Starting to hold it right here. We got 35 seconds left in the candle. Can we flip it? We'll see. We will see. 3, 2, 1. Closed right there, so we could not break on that candle. Can we do it on this candle? So the thing about this 5-minute candle, what kind of worries me is like we don't have a wick on the bottom side. See this? You know, most candles have wicks on both sides, right? So unless we kind of just like tap it and then like flip higher. Let's see what happens. You know, we did take half off here, so we did get at least some profit out. And then our rest is break even here, so you know we'll see what happens, right? ES not really pushing lower. See if we can get that little buy sequence up, just a little pop. That'll be ideal. Just right at the bottom of that gap. Very slow afternoon compared to very slow afternoon compared to this morning. You know, this morning was awesome. This morning was awesome. Now this is you know, like it's like, I mean, like our idea is right, you know. All right, I'm probably out there on the break even. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so on that trade, you know, we did take some off right here at the gap entry, right? And then we did leave half left to see if we can get to that CE right there. You know, obviously price rejected that, right? So it was a good idea to take half off and go break even. All right, managed risk, so that was solid. That was solid. But yeah, you know, just like, you know, we have our bias, right? We're kind of pulling up here, but it's just kind of slow. You know, it's just kind of slowly, just right. So, you know, realized for half the position was that. Let's see, ES. Okay, all right. You know, just a pretty slow afternoon session. Pretty slow afternoon session. So for all the new traders here, if you guys do want the Orb ICT indicator that I use, you can get it for free in my Discord. So all you got to do is join the Discord. Link for that is in the description below. Look for the free indicators channel. Look for the free indicators channel in there. You can grab it right there. So yeah, that's the indicator that I built. It's pretty solid. You can see the trend model that we took earlier. Let me turn on trend model. So this was the trade from earlier. I did front run it a little bit from on this closure instead of this one. I did get in on this. Just ran to all-time highs. You know, did not really want to hold it past that, even though this was a pretty low R. But you know, all-time highs slammed down. Got the inversion right there, and then ran to orb low. Yeah. You know, I think I'll hop off there, guys. Pretty slow afternoon session. Just some eval trades, right? Pretty green in the morning. I'm sure most of you guys were green this morning. Pretty easy morning. So yeah, you know, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be live tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern in the Discord. So that's the New York AM stream, completely free. You can go ahead and join the Discord. You can join that stream. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you tomorrow morning in the Discord. Adios.